All right, so tell me a little bit about Safe and Home. How did it come about?
Oh, thank you, Laszlo. Well, Safe and Home is we are as a company, we're a provider of remote supports for, people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. That's kind of what we are. More importantly, who we are is really a dedicated group of folks that believe that we can really support people in a positive way on their quest and their achievement of independence. It started with a group of people that had kind of backgrounds in healthcare services companies and technology companies that were struggling with ways to support loved ones that were in otherwise kind of supported living environments. And they felt that with the challenges that folks were having with privacy and the challenges that folks were having with kind of the whole concept of the whole caregiver model, they felt that um, there could be simpler ways and more effective ways to support someone's independence, support their privacy, and allow them to connect with another person when they needed to, right? And then be, in their own space when they didn't need to have that connection, if you will. So think of it as trained staff that just happens to be sitting in another room that allows that person with a disability to reach out when they need support, when they have questions, and then give them their space and their dignity when they don't need that direct interaction. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I was going to lean into my next question, which is what
Yeah,
services do you provide? I know you leaned into that a little bit, but could you
yeah, yeah.
elaborate on that a little?
Absolutely, and it's important. We want everyone to understand and know that the services we provide are really up to the person that we are supporting. What is it that that person needs to help them gain their independence? And that it's important also to highlight that independence is very it's up to each person to decide what it means for them. It doesn't necessarily mean living off on their own in their own apartment, but it could. In some cases, the services are around just providing someone 3 to 4 hours of alone time in an otherwise environment where they may have other people around the rest of that time. So the what we're always going to look at is what does independence mean to you, the person that we're supporting, and what are the things that are standing in the way of that? I think I can best give you some examples. And in some cases, we've got folks that want to and need to and deserve to be on their own, but need some help with medication reminders from time to time. So we'll set up a program where, at given times during a day, we'll reach out to that person and check in, see how they're doing, see how their day's going, and help them, kind of remember the medication management and the help with their medications that they might need. In other cases, we've got folks that want to live independently but have some risks or concerns with, say, visitor safety. I want to point out also, health and safety is essential for all of us and important for all of us, but it's not the goal. The goal is opportunity, right?
Mhm.
So for someone, there was a young man that was having issues with certain people coming around where he lived that shouldn't be there and didn't want them to be there. So we set up a very simple way for that young man to have what we call a smart button. That smart button, if he presses it one time, it turns on a lamp, right? If he presses it twice, it alerts us. So, and then we can go through the protocols of reaching out to his natural supports and people that need to know that might be someone there that doesn't, that we don't want to have there, that he doesn't want to have there. So it's really, it's leveraging simple to use communication technology like a tablet, to reach out to folks that know everything about you and know the things that you hope to accomplish, um, and can help support you in getting there. So the services really, as I said, they're based on what is important to that person that we're providing the service for, and then what's important for them. What are the things that we can do to help, minimize those things that might be concerning them about being on their own. And a lot of times we are just we're a friendly connection that folks can make, via a two-way audio video tablet. Press one button and you're speaking with staff that knows your name, that may be able to help you if you're experiencing anxiety or concern about something. Um, as I said, whatever it means to the person that we serve, whatever their success is, that's the service that we're going to put in place that helps them stay and achieve that independent living that they want to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my next question is, like, what sort of stakeholders do you partner with closely? Because I would imagine it's the person receiving those services, but there's other people involved as well.
Excellent question. And you are correct. The number one partner that we have as far as the stakeholder community that with whom we work is that person receiving service. But from there, we also will work with, their family or otherwise whatever natural supports they happen to have, whether it's friends, neighbors, relatives that are also a part of that group of people that care about this person and want to make sure that success is supported by all of us. We also work with, we're actually an approved Medicaid provider of services in 15 different states, across the country. We also work with, folks that are traditional providers of home care services. In many cases, what we'll do is partner with a traditional home care provider to kind of fill in the gaps where, there's certain things that there might be direct staff that is helpful for, and then a lot of things where we can be that staff that is supporting the person when they don't need someone physically in their residence. So the partnerships are, yes, as you said, the person we serve first and foremost. Secondly, certainly their group of their support circle. If they have say, many folks have a case manager that helps them coordinate services. We're there to partner with that case manager as well. We want to partner with the entire community. We want to work this into a kind of a concept of integrated support for the entire community and whatever is needed, to help help that success, help that person achieve their meaningful day, achieve their dignity, achieve their independence the way they want to.
Mm-hmm. My next question is, what impact does your organization have on on communities as a whole, particularly the disability community? What have you heard from folks receiving those services, or just like you said, families, friends, caregivers?
Right. Yeah, no, that is, probably the thing that excites us the most and gives us the highest satisfaction and energy around what it is we do. Because anytime we're helping someone achieve what their meaningful day is, that's going to help a number of other people around them. We have had folks for whom that we provide service. We've helped them gain and maintain competitive employment. Because one of the things that was standing in this person's way was two things. For example, one was they wanted to this person that we brought on service, wanted to work at a local McDonald's, but felt that they needed some support in doing that. At the same time, they didn't want to have someone standing next to them, a job coach, if you will, that was helping them. So what we did was we set up a scenario where we would reach out to that person, about 20 minutes before their transportation was ready to arrive to make sure that they were ready. Midway through their workday, we would check in and just see how their day was going, see if they had a chance to take a break, right? And then the same, we helped them when it was time for their ride to come pick them up. So when we did that, what that did was opened up a world of possibilities for them to be able to gain and maintain that employment. It also helped their natural supports to increase their level of employment. They were able to do more things that they were not able to do before because of what they felt were the needs of the person that they were supporting. The biggest things that we see also though are being able to just being able to go out with friends, having the person that we support having access to the community, safe and supported access to the community, and the same for their loved ones, for those families, to be able to say, I can go out now and meet with friends or join a book club or do some of the things that I've always wanted to do, knowing that SafeInHome is there for the person that we're supporting. We think those basic those basic needs can really contribute a lot of things to the community as a whole, to folks with disabilities, to the people that support folks with disabilities, and really lead to a number of positive impacts, both in employment, people's overall confidence, their overall health status, everything that all these things can contribute to are impacts that we have seen on a day-to-day basis. With more we serve a little more than 2,000 people right now with these services, and that's growing all the time. And so, I like to, say that, 2,000 times a day, or for 2,000 people a day, we have a very positive impact on the community by supporting these things that get people out there and get them to engage.
Nice. Like, lastly, my last question is, how do you create an inclusive and welcoming environment for everyone, particularly people with disabilities?
Another great question. Thank you. But first and foremost, we give, this is about the person served. We give voice and we give choice to people with disabilities. We let them take control of aspects of their life that in many cases they've not been able to before. They can use our services, as I mentioned before, to interact with someone supporting them on their terms. We think that is the ultimate of inclusion. It's just say, this is your life. These are your goals. These are the things that you want to accomplish. How do we help you get there? It's not about us telling you what to do. It's not about us dictating to anyone. It's about us saying, you are in charge. This is your life. These are your goals. We're just here to help you get there. That I happen to believe is the ultimate in inclusion and welcome. To be able to say it doesn't matter to us how things have gone for you up until this point. Here is the day that we want to give you an aspect of independence that you didn't have before, that's going to mean some very important things for you in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, that's good to know.